Willie D Live.
What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you're representing. Throw up your flag. Family, I need you to smash up the like, smash up the like, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already on YouTube after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. I'll let a few hundred of y'all come in, then I'm going in. But in the meantime and in between time, I'll get some shout outs to the early birds. What's up, Tal? Vic FM, what it do? What it do? Constant Sims, Love Loose. What's up? Love Lace. What's up? Rodney Black. Michelle Loving. I'm going in, fam. I'm going in. Well. This is not really a surprise, but it is a thing. Diddy homes in LA and Miami have been raided by federal agents. Family, the scene near Diddy's LA area home looks like officers have shut down the entire area. With helicopters swarming above. I mean, they all over it, fam. There are at least 2 choppers in the area and a lot of police on the ground. A rep for Homeland Security Investigations earlier today, Homeland Security Investigations, New York executed law enforcement actions as part of an ongoing investigation with the assistance from HSI Los Angeles, HSI Miami, and local law enforcement partners. And they said, we will provide further information as it becomes available. Law enforcement sources said that this case is being handled out of the Southern District of New York. Reports say this appears to be tied to sex trafficking allegations which have been levied against Diddy in recent months from different plaintiffs. Whoa. Sex trafficking allegations. Fox 11 had posted video that appeared to show several individuals in handcuffs near the property, and a couple of them appeared to be Diddy's sons, Justin and King. Oh yeah. In fact, let's see. You know what? Let me switch over to TMZ. TMZ keep that coverage going. Let's switch over to TMZ. I know they got pics. Let's see. TMZ. Here we go. Yep. Who does that look like to y'all, fam? That definitely looks like King and Justin. It's a cold game, man. It's a cold game. Let's see what else what else they're saying about this case. I'm gonna stop that screen share and get back over here to Diddy. Let's see what else they're saying about the case. There's additional footage that was obtained by TMZ that shows federal agents rolling up to Diddy's what is that? Yeah, rolling up to his house. The video shows armed agents standing on a boat, and they too appear to be armed. Diddy is in the crosshairs, family, of law enforcement on both coasts of America, as federal agents have descended on his Beverly Hills home. Law enforcement sources said that the agents for Homeland Security are in the middle of raiding Diddy's properties. There are helicopters overhead, and local law enforcement is also present. Although it is said by Homeland Security that they have not arrested Diddy. There are law enforcement walking through the house with guns drawn, and there are people being questioned in front of the house. Law enforcement sources, actually, they're saying that they can't confirm whether or not Diddy is present. So we don't know if they got the cuffs on Diddy or not. But law enforcement sources have said that the home on the East Coast is also being raided. And we're told that the home in Miami is also being raided. So LA, Miami, New York, all homes are being raided simultaneously. As you know, there's been multiple allegations in several civil suits against Diddy, including human trafficking, all of which he has denied. This avalanche started when Cassie, Diddy's old flame, threatened to file a lawsuit. In fact, she filed a lawsuit against Diddy, and Diddy settled overnight. I mean, the next day that thing was taken care of for undisclosed amount of paper. So, wow. It's a big one right here, man. But this has been a long time coming, right? Really, if you take a look at the allegations that's been levied against Diddy and some of the actions that have been taken, like, it's only a matter of time before they close in. Only a matter of time before they start figuring, like, a lot of times when it comes to law enforcement, if there's enough public outcry, they have to do something just to make it appear that they're in charge and that they have the public interest at heart. If there's enough public outcry. Ooh-wee, man. I mean, they coming from all angles on Diddy. I mean, it's all angles. That looks like King over there in the top right-hand corner. That look like his face right there on the right side of the screen. That looks like King. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, that definitely looks like King. The trip part about it is, if any of this stuff is true, his kids have to deal with the sins of the father. They're gonna have to deal with that. And I don't think them boys made for that type of life. You know, they ain't ready for that. You know, like, I mean, I don't think anybody could ever be ready for something like that. But that would be a very, very tough position to put them boys in. Because they straight from a lavish lifestyle, the lap of luxury, born into the life of luxury. Silver spoon, gold spoon, platinum spoon, all. Man, going into the comments. What's up, my holy king? Sinatra's hobbies. DeLorean. What's that? Wait a minute. DeLorean. Okay, DeLorean. Redbone. Question, fam. Let's do a quick poll. Where do y'all think this is going to take us? Like, what do y'all think? You know, do y'all think that this is going to end in an arrest of Diddy? Or do y'all think that these people just reaching? Y'all think this is a wild witch hunt? Or do y'all believe that these allegations have some merit and that they'll culminate into an arrest of Diddy? Thumbs up if you believe the allegations have merit. Thumbs down if you think, nah, man, they tripping. They just messing with that man. Let's see where y'all at. Felicia thinks it has merit. My holy king up. What was that? Gerald up. Stan up. Wallace up. Barry up. Damn, man, y'all don't believe Buff? British up. Nicole up. Frederick up. Graham up. Cyrus up. Divine up. Paul up. Miss AP up. Dominique up. Sweet Berry up. 04 Escalade up. Chip Mac up. Yee up. Brian up. James up. Mike down. Mike say he don't believe it. He don't believe they got a case. Tomorrow's Leaders Sports say down. Kenji down. Okay, there goes some Puff supporters. There's some people that believe. Samaj up. Scott up. Bernie down. Icy down. Robert up. Jamal up. Verge up. John Wilkes Boot up and down. Undecided. Andre Harrison. What's up? Jay Legend. Darren down. Up, up, up. Brown Sugar. DeLorean. It's that Marsha. Say, fam, whatever the truth is, it don't look good. It just don't look good. And it's going to be very difficult for Puffy to overcome these allegations. It's going to be very difficult for him to repair the damage that has been done to his reputation. And there's so many people that continue to point fingers at him, continue to come out with these allegations. You know, it's you hate to actually have to think this way about somebody that's such an icon that has contributed so much to hip hop, to the culture, he's put people on, but there's a lot of people who also say that, yeah, he might have put me on, but I didn't get paid. So, damn, Puff, with all of that, man, all of these different people from who ain't necessarily cool with each other, but just all of these different stories. A lot of these stories do seem credible. I can't help but I gotta call a strike and a ball, family. You know, a lot of these allegations seem credible. In fact, every single allegation seems credible. Even the ones where people said they didn't get their money. You know, those seem credible. Even though there were people who were complaining about being broke and having sold X amount of records and all this type of stuff. And You know, when it comes to things like that, being in the entertainment industry, being on both sides, I've been on both sides. I've been there as an artist. I've been there as a boss, an executive. And my thing was always, well, if you signed a contract, you know, you was grown, you signed the contract. I get it if you was a kid or whatever and it was signed, but if you was a grown person and you signed the contract, you didn't put a gun to your head. And if you didn't like it, at whatever point you didn't like the contract, walk off like a boss. Just leave. Say F the contract, no matter what the contract say, just leave. Don't stay there and continue to work with him and then continue to complain. Like, get on up out of there. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. You know, first and foremost, if I sign a contract, I'm gonna do my best to honor the contract. But there is a such thing as performance and renegotiating. So you get to a certain level, you go back and you say, hey man, you know, I know I did this, but you know, like, man, I'm killing this thing. Like, the numbers are crazy. Like, can we take a look at this contract? Can we negotiate something a little bit more favorable for me? I'm not saying I won't double or triple or none of that stuff. I'm not trying to get what the biggest of the biggest guys get or none of that. I'm just saying, can we renegotiate? And so it depends on how long that contract is. If it's a long contract, if it's like, which I mean, I wouldn't sign a long contract, not today. But if it's if it's got a number of years, I can't see myself going through that. Yeah, I'm not going to give you all of these albums and be stuck. No, we're gonna have to do something different. And you know, if the shoe was on the other foot, I would just take a look at the performance. I would say, you know what? I know we signed this deal right here, and you know what? I ain't got no problem giving up a little bit more, because if I don't, this person probably gonna leave altogether. And then that's gonna be the end of that. Now I can let my pride get in the way and go ahead on and fight and deal with the fight and the argument in the courts and give a bunch of lawyers a whole bunch of money. Or I can go ahead and just work out something that might not be exactly what I want, but overall, I'm cool with the deal. I might not like the person attitude, but I'm cool with the deal. And in business, a good deal is when both sides feel a little pain. That's good business. When both sides feel a little pain. When one side get everything they want and the other side don't get nothing, none of what they really want, they just signing a deal just to get on. Nah. Both sides got to feel a little pain. I'm cool with those type of deals. But getting back to Puff, you know, it's sad that them boys are tied up in all this stuff. And in fact, one person accused one of them boys, Justin, of actually being involved. That's not good. That's not good. Because I'm going to tell you something, fam, about me. I ain't never claimed to be no saint. I already know I got certain ways that come from them streets. I got certain ways, and he's still working on me. He's working on me. But I don't want my son to develop those type of ways, because I know those type of ways have gotten me in trouble sometimes. And I know that my son, you know, he don't really come from where I come from. He not built like that. But he got something else in him that, you know, you don't really want to make him prove nothing. You know what I'm saying? I would just try to keep my son away from anything that I thought that was a shortcoming of mine. If I got a shortcoming in any area, if I got a deficiency in any area, I would want my son to avoid that. I would do anything in my power to make sure that he circumvent any of my shortcomings. So in other words, I would protect him. I would keep him far away from that life. Some dudes, and even women, they relish in their children repeating their bad behavior. In fact, if their kids don't repeat their bad behavior, they talk down on them. They insult them. They feel like their child is less than. You got some dudes out there who have killed. When their son killed, they think somehow that's an accomplishment. Like that's a badge of honor. You mess your life up. You just did 40 years in prison. Now your son in prison for 40 years, 30 years, whatever. And you think that's cool. You think it's cute. Some dudes be in the gangs. They'll join a gang. They know all of the pitfalls of gang life. They know what it is. And instead of them trying to keep their kid out of that, they get excited when they get jumped in. Miss Jazzy, what it do? What's up, Miss Jazzy? Jonathan Robinson. Jason Johnson, what's up, Costa Rica? Costa Rica. I always say Costa Rico, but it's Costa Rica. But I'll be like, Costa Rico. I don't know why we want to say Rico. I guess I'll be thinking about that Rico Act or something. Costa Rico. Claudia Coos, what's up? Mariana Snyder. What's up, Mariana Snyder? What it do? Barbara Garrett Brown, BGB. Barbara Garrett Brown. Barbara, I'm going to answer this question for you right quick. Well, it's not a question, but I'm going to respond to this statement you made, your comment. You said, Barbara said, that's why I don't want too much money to spend. I just want to live comfortable. Barbara, that is one of the worst statements a person can ever make in life, to live comfortable. Because a lot of times when you get comfortable, you get complacent. You get complacent, just like if you were in a relationship. A lot of times we get comfortable in relationships and we don't do the same thing to keep our spouse as we do or we did to get them. And that's how the relationship ends up deteriorating. Whatever you did to get whatever person that you pursued, remember when you first started pursuing that person and how well you was always sure you smelled good all the time. You made sure you was well dressed. You made sure you was groomed at all times. Remember that? That's what you got to do to keep them. Remember that. What we do, we start getting relaxed and we start taking them for granted. And once we start taking that person for granted, that person at the post office or at the grocery store or over here at their friend's house or whatever, they ain't taking them for granted. They telling them how good they look. They're complimenting and da-da-da-da. I'm not saying you shouldn't be in a competition. You have to be in a competition if you already have you've selected your spouse. But I think you should just look at it. I think it's kind of healthy to look at it as a competition. a competition that nobody can win against you because you already have the inside track. If you're already in the relationship, you got the inside track. You got the ups on everybody. All you got to do is continue to do what you did and maybe put a little more, a little extra here and there, whatever's cool too. A little growth, ain't nothing wrong with a little growth. But a little extra here and there, man, it's going to be hard. I'm hard on a hater, fam. I'm telling you. I ain't saying it couldn't happen, but it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to outshine me. Trying to get at mine. I'm hard on a hater. They don't make them like me no more. Hard to come by. Man, if I rock with you, I'm with you for life. I'm with you for real if I rock with you. Solid. Lawyer. Grinder. Not here to just help me be better. I'm here to help you get better. That's hard to find. Somebody that'll rock with you like that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that'll see you and try to help bring out the best in you and not be intimidated about your growth. See, some of us, we're in relationships and we don't want the people around the person that we're in a relationship with to grow because we think that they might outgrow us and then leave us behind. That is a bad way to think. The way I do it is, I want you to be the best that you can be, the absolute best that you can be. And if you take that and you misuse it, if you get to be that person that you want to be and achieve whatever goals and stuff, and I help you get that, and you turn your back, that's fine. I'll be hurt, but I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go ahead and go because you finna see what's really out there. You about to see that I cannot be replaced. And I'm not going to be in a relationship where I feel like a person, or I think that a person don't respect me, or a person thinks that they're too good for me. I'm not going to be in one of those type of relationships. So as much as it might hurt, see you later, baby. Happy trails. Kick rocks barefooted at a concrete plant with alcohol poured all over your body. I'm going to be straight. Nicholas Clark, what up? Hey, Sister Soul. Sister Soul in the building, y'all. Oh, for anybody wondering, I'm no longer doing the interviews on this channel. I'm no longer releasing interviews on this channel. I've moved those interviews to a new Willie D Live channel called Willie D Live Conversations. It's on YouTube. You can just, in fact, that should be a link in the description. You can go ahead and click on that link right now, family, and follow and subscribe to the channel right now. Willie D Live Conversations. That's where all of the interviews are at now. That's where they live at. Willie D Live Conversations. I had to move those interviews over to a new channel to make way for this new content that I got coming y'all way. Because y'all know on this channel, what we really like to do is have these discussions about what's going on in the world. And as I told y'all, anytime there's breaking news, I'm gonna try my best to go live. And this is breaking news, and it is, but it's also news that we kind of expected this to happen at some point. But that's the way breaking news happens. It happens when you least expect it. For those of you who are wondering what's going on, let me put a pic of Puff up there. And So Diddy homes in LA and Miami and New York have been raided by federal agents. Homes in New York, Miami, and Los Angeles have been raided by federal agents. There's footage of cops on the scene near Diddy's LA home, and it looks like officers have shut down the entire area with helicopters swarming above. There are also at least 2 choppers in the area and a lot of police on the ground. A representative for Homeland Security Investigations earlier today said Homeland Security Investigations in New York executed law enforcement actions as part of an ongoing investigation with the assistance from HSI Los Angeles, HSI Miami, and our local law enforcement partners. We will provide further information as it becomes available. Law enforcement sources told TMZ that the case is being handled out of the Southern District of New York. Reports say that it appears to be tied to sex trafficking allegations, which have been levied against Diddy in recent months from different plaintiffs. There was a video posted that appears to show several individuals in handcuffs near the property, and a couple of them do appear to be Diddy's sons, Justin and King Combs. There's additional footage that shows federal agents rolling up to Diddy's house via water. The video shows armed agents standing on a boat. This is Miami, and they appear to be armed. Law enforcement sources also said that Homeland Security are in the middle of raiding Diddy's properties. There's helicopters overhead, and local law enforcement is also present. Although they were told that Homeland Security is the lead. There are law enforcement officers walking through the house with guns drawn, and there are people being questioned in front of the house. Law enforcement sources also said that the home on the East Coast is also being raided, and so is the house in Miami. So they did a simultaneous takedown. This is typical of federal agents. This is what they do. When they come for you, they come in for everything, every place, every location that they think that some evidence or a suspect might be. They coming. And they're gonna hit all your spots at one time. This is so that they don't give anybody that's might be privy to knowing that that house is being hit, whether it be somebody on the outside or inside of the house, the chance to tip off others at other locations. This is following multiple allegations of civil suits, and human trafficking claims. It should be noted that all of these claims are claims that Puffy has denied. Man. Well, that's a lot of weight. That's a lot of weight. And that is a very, it has the implications of a very different lifestyle. If any of these allegations are proven to be true. Hell, even if they're not proven to be true, because they ain't got to always prove something to be true. It can just be a situation where they have an opportunity to lock you up. And if they get that chance, they will lock you up. So it ain't always about being what's true and what's not true. JB said he should have listened to Russ and moved to Bali. Look like we got some new some visitors, some new people to the channel. Perhaps you should subscribe and see how things go around here. One of the things that we do around here, y'all, is turn off the cap lock. Cap lock seem like you're screaming. Feel like you're hollering at me. You know, you're screaming at me or something, you know? So turn the cap lock off, fam. Plus, you know, when people write in cap, that's what I want to convey to y'all. When people like type in caps, all caps, just like with writing, it look like a bunch of run-on sentences. You know, it's like it's actually not as easy to read as you might think it is. Just like when people capitalize every word. You ever seen somebody write a whole paragraph out or an entire page, and every single word is every single first letter of each word is capitalized? That's crazy. What's up, Coach Keith? What's up, Darren? Smokey Mo, what up? Big Kev, I see you. Mosh hated. Big Cuz, Sterling G, Broderick Williams, Manny E, MB, Patrick Richardson. Yeah, it's always weird when something like this happened to somebody that you actually know. You know, it's weird. You know, because deep down inside, like it's like you don't want it to be true. You know, you don't want it to be true. But deep down inside, you're like, man, you know, like, damn. Flute Lavelle, I might just do that. Might just start a crypto channel. Looked like the game, looked like we was right back in the game over the last maybe three and a half weeks or so. And in the last week, the market has been down. We're talking about crypto, y'all. The market has been down all week, this last week. I don't like that, but that's part of the game. Now it's the time for me to buy. That's what I do. When the market get down, I buy. When the market go up, I'm selling or I continue to hold, depending on the positions that I have. But I do the same thing with stocks. When the market go down, I'm like a vulture, boy. I be looking for those deals. So I go in to buy positions, take positions that I probably already have, or positions that I thought were too high in the past, and I'll take a position so that when it comes back, I already know I'm gonna eat. Jay Legend. Yep. The crypto market is always volatile. That's the game. Like, really, if you can't deal with that volatility in anything, don't invest in anything. But crypto especially is volatile. If you can't deal with that, don't go over there. Don't go over there because you're gonna cry in the car. Eric B, what up? Beechip, Amsterdam is in the building. What's up? Black Tool. Who is that? Harsh Operator. Say people done got away with this stuff for decades, getting caught up. Trishan Dub. If Puff is guilty of these allegations, he absolutely cannot let his sons go down. He can't do that. He got to do something. He got to save his boys. He can't do that. He gotta do something. But if the boys are guilty, who is that? Pellucidity. You know what? Pellucidity said, I bet Cassie is laughing now. You know what? I don't think she's laughing. I don't think Cassie is laughing. I think Cassie genuinely loved Puffy at one point. And just overall, I think Cassie is a good person. Never met her. But she just come off as a good person, as a genuine person. And she don't seem like the type that would kick a person while they're down. She don't seem like the type that would, go around and harbor that type of resentment. Even though, he did what he did to her, allegedly, she just don't seem like the type that will actually wish bad on people. She don't seem that type. I could be wrong, but she don't strike me as that type of person. Now, had it been me, I'm laughing. I'm hard on the enemy, fam. I'm hard on a hater. I'm hard. Like once a person is my enemy, man, I'm hard on them. And I don't care nothing about them, nothing. All that forgiveness, man, that's between you and the Lord. I'm cool. What's up, CR? Roger Morales. What's up, Raj? Ohio Lakers said Cassie needed the money to get her tell-all published. A tell-all don't cost $30 million, man. Cassie could get a tell-all published for nothing. You know how many people would have been willing to bankroll that tell-all from Cassie? She didn't need none of that money. Not for at least not for a publishing deal. When it comes to publishing books, people give you money when you got a story that the world want to hear, they're going to stroke the check. What's up, Tiff? Terrell Bryant says it could be same old play from Pac, Cosby, R. Kelly, Mike Jackson. Doesn't seem to stop. You think that's the same play? You know, the Pac thing was a one-off, right? That was one time, and Pac got out the way. Cosby, Kelly, Mike. I still don't think Mike did anything. I don't know. You have to say what you want to say about me. I don't believe Michael Jackson violated any babies. I don't believe none of that. Okay, here's why I don't believe Michael Jackson violated any kids. Michael Jackson was a kid himself. Not to say that kids don't violate kids, but Mike had an aura about himself. He had a spirit that was just really different from the average person, period. Why is it that we're willing to say that Mike was really, really different from everybody else in other areas, but he can't be different, really, really different from everybody else, or at least most people in the area of sexuality or sex, or when it comes to sex, or deviancy toward children and minors. Why? Mike was one of those dudes, as smart as he was on the business side, when it come to children, that was his weakness, I do believe. He just a dude, a grown man who never just really grew up. That's why he named his farm Neverland. I think that Mike loved children so much, like really, like I had a deep affection for children. Had nothing to do with sex. But I think his affection for children was so deep that he was incapable of harming not just children, but human beings. Mike was really different. He was really different like that. At the same time, he had money. So when somebody tell him he can't do something, well, what's the harm? I'm not hurting him. I'm not doing anything. I'm just eating ice cream with some kids in the bed. We thinking in our minds, he's sick. But if he was a woman, nobody would have had a problem with him eating ice cream with kids in the bed. We would have had no problem with that. I mean, am I on to something? Am I out of pocket? Am I saying something wrong here? Let me know, fam. Because the trip part about it is that we will trust women to sleep in the bed with kids that are not theirs, or eat ice cream in the bedroom watching TV. But we won't trust a man when women have been known also to violate children. Every day we turn on TV, it's a school teacher having sex with some underage boy or a girl. Every day. But we continue to give women the benefit of doubt. I just don't believe Mike was capable of something like that. I don't think Mike would have done something like that. You know, just like some of you in your minds, you think he could have. I don't think he could have. That's right. Feds raided Mike's house and found nothing. One of the children told on his father saying it was a money grab. But see, they don't like to talk about that. Appreciate you, Coach. They don't like to talk about that. They don't like to talk about the fact that you had one of the kids who said his father told him to lie. They don't like to talk about the two dudes who went on Oprah and went back on their word and said that they were lying. They don't like to talk about the fact that one kid described some type of birthmark or whatever, a mark on Mike's genitals. And the FBI strip searched him, stripped him, and looking for this mythical mark that never appeared. They don't like to talk about that. Let me tell you something, fam, that I know about the FBI. If the FBI investigates you and you doing something wrong, they're going to find out what it is. Mike was under surveillance by the FBI for years. And they could never, ever prove that this man violated a child. Let's go back to them stripping the man. Let's go back to people actually accusing him and then going back on their word, saying that their parents put them up to lying. But y'all still allowing these people to put out this narrative that Mike was a child predator without absolutely no proof, just because you don't like the way he looked or you don't like the way he act. Come on, man. That ain't cool. That ain't cool. Now, would I allow my child to go to Mike's house and eat ice cream in his bedroom and sleep in the bed? Nope. And I wouldn't allow him to do that at any other woman's house either. At a woman's house, I wouldn't allow him to do it at anybody's house, let alone Michael Jackson. But some people, a little bit more liberal than that. What up, Danielle? Kings of Kings. Jenny B. What up? Nikita Tucker. Yeah, Z Zamba. I'm with you. Z Samba. I don't believe Mike Tyson did what they said he accused of. I don't believe he violated that girl like that. I don't believe he took nothing. I think at the most, Mike Tyson was not a gentleman. Maybe he wanted some, just like any other dude would want some. You in the room with a girl at a certain time of the night, y'all in the hotel room, maybe y'all in the bed, y'all in the room, whatever, and you make your move. She resists. You let it rock. Maybe she resists, you stop, maybe you start back again, but you stop. And maybe you just decide, you know what? Get out of my room, wasting my time. I think that's what triggered her. And they did say Mike didn't walk her to the lobby. He didn't walk her to the lobby. So take notes, fellas. Take notes. Don't ever be too tired to walk out that bedroom. I guess some of y'all got different. Well, I guess you gotta kind of like weigh the situation a little bit. But you definitely need to make sure that you get an understanding. You have an understanding. I definitely don't believe Tupac did anything like that. I think Pac was in a room with a jump off. He had the girl at some point. She wanted to be with Pac. Pac got up out there and left her to the game. You know, she was somebody to pass around. She probably was down for the pass around because she could have walked out with Pac, but she stayed behind. And I think it's a situation where things probably went a little too far. Because some of these dudes, they can act like uncivilized much when they get one woman and they going in on one chick. They're trying to do that train thing. They trying to do a choo-choo. Some of them dudes, they act like uncivilized much, like they ain't never had none. And they can be very aggressive. So I think after they used her up, they handled her like she was for the streets, which she probably was when it was going down. And after they did what they did, she was like, you know what? I want some get back. It's his fault this happened. He left me there with them. It's his fault. Next thing you know, she accusing Pac, and Pac knowing he ain't done nothing, he throwing the middle finger to the court like, man, I ain't supposed to be up in here, man. They just messing with me because of who I am. Keep in mind, fam, Pac, she and Pac said Pac never even had sex with her. But Pac, the only one go down for rape. He the only one went down. Pac is the only one who went down. He the only one who did any kind of time, who got any kind of sentence or anything. It was Pac. That's it. So y'all know what that was about. Bill Cosby. Let's see. My take on Bill Cosby. I don't think Bill took nothing. I think Bill did what people was doing at that time. As he said, and this is self-admitted. What they call it? What they call that pill? Spanish fly. Talking about putting a little something in there, boom, 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 to make them woo, woo. At this time, Spanish fly was considered not to be harmless. I mean, was considered to be harmless. They used to sell Spanish fly in Houston at the corner store. So just like they would sell, alcohol. So it was something that was considered to be harmless. That would put a woman in the mood, not knock her out, not have her incapacitated, but arouse her desires to, So yeah, I don't believe Bill took nothing. I believe everything that Bill did was corroborated or done with the knowledge of the women that he was with. I don't believe all those women. I definitely don't believe the one that got paid first. She worked out a deal with Bill Cosby to get paid, and then said in the deal that she would not come after Bill criminally. And then after she got paid a few years later, she was the DA star witness. She was the prosecution star witness. What's up, Kurt? Quentin Stewart. Grand Society Clothing. What's up, Greens Point? And Sim. Yeah, it did seem like Bill Cosby's problems all started not long after he tried to buy ABC, and he started being a little bit more vocal, about how things work in this country. Seemed like that's when the house of cards came falling down. Levy Smith is asking, do I think it's about race? It's America. It's always about race. Having said that, so far, all of the people who's accused him have been black. It's just a lot of accusations. I don't know what evidence they have, but there's a lot of accusations. But here's the deal. The FBI don't move on accusations. The FBI move on evidence. So the FBI, for the FBI to raid all of his properties like that, they must have something that they feel is worthy of a prosecution. Because the FBI ain't no joke. They don't play no games. When they come, they got evidence. They come in with evidence because they don't like to be embarrassed. Like they're not like, some regular Keystone cops or something, like doing something on a hunch. Nah. They're going to get all them hunches out the way. But when they come to put the cuffs on, they got some kind of evidence. And that is why they have such a high conviction rate. Leaving Neverland. Nope. What's up, Jason? I hadn't watched it. In fact, let's see what the FBI conviction rate. 95%. What are the chances for a not guilty verdict if a federally charged criminal defendant takes the case to trial? This ain't even convictions on pleading. This ain't even pleas. This is just conviction if you take it to trial. A 95% conviction rate. So statistically, it's not good. Currently, federal prosecutors tout above a 95% conviction rate. Okay, so that's not necessarily taking it to trial. That's just overall. That's overall. They have a 95% conviction rate. But that is because it's due to the fact that most cases never make it to trial. You know why? Because when the feds come, they say, we got this. Oh, here are the pictures right here. We got evidence. We got video evidence. We got we got audio evidence. We got you in slow motion. We got you going fast. Oh, we got your mama got a full confession and your 2-year-old daughter. I mean, we got everything. What you want to do? In fact, we got you confessing in your sleep. Now, what do you want to do? So that's why most defendants end up taking a plea deal rather than risking a potentially much greater prison sentence, which could be dealt to them if they actually went to trial and lost. Yeah. Another factor is the empowerment and impunity given to both investigating authorities and prosecutors, along with an interesting trial maneuver called jury instructions. Y'all familiar with that? Jury instructions. Jury instructions are basically parameters that the judge provides the jury, which can greatly affect the outcome of a verdict. So these judges in these federal cases, man, they are very powerful. Let's say you were being charged with a federal crime, which could send you to prison for 10 years if you lost that trial, and you are being offered a 3-year prison sentence if you accept the plea deal. If you believe you were innocent, would you still take your case to trial knowing that if by chance you lose, you may have to serve a 10-year prison sentence? Currently, within the federal prison system, you will serve at least 85% of that time. That's 8.5 years, fam, on a 10-year sentence. What about the innocent person who's indicted? What about if they want a trial? They want what are they going to bring out? What are they trying to bring out the truth? The innocent person who's indicted want a trial to bring out the truth. You know, sometimes the innocent person say, you know, I want to get a trial to bring out the truth. Ideally, that's how it should be, but unfortunately, at least in the federal court system, and many times, it does not go this way. It's almost always the goal of the prosecutor to get the defendant to take a plea bargain. Why? Because it saves the prosecutor time and the government money. And that's on a federal and state level. Time and money. And that is why if you do take it to trial, they try to make an example out of you. You ain't necessarily got to be guilty. But if they got you in the crosshairs and you take it to trial, they're going to try to make an example out of you because you're wasting their resources and you're wasting their time. So if you use their resources and their time, they're going to try to make it count. And you're going to get a trial tax. It's a cold game, fam. Cold game. That trial tax is the highest tax you'll ever pay in your life. What's up, Paul Harrison? If you're a black man in America, you better protect your assets. But most importantly, don't be stupid in doing something you know will convict you. That's sage advice right there. So above says, I don't care, I'm fighting. Yeah. I knew this dude once, rich dude, rich white guy. The feds was on his head because he was affiliated with some guys who were in the streets who were actually allegedly doing some illegal stuff. And he knew he wasn't doing anything, but he was affiliated with them. He was cool with them, kicking it with them or whatever. So the feds put some pressure on him and was just kind of going around his business, snooping around, messing with him a little bit. So he a white dude in America. So he's like, I got my rights and da-da-da-da. So the feds came to his house while he was working out one day. And the maid answered the door and, came to tell him, hey, you got the feds, police is at the door. So he goes to the door and they hand him a subpoena. He takes the subpoena, ball it up, and throw it out into the yard. About an hour later, they came back with the director of that particular district, came back with 3 times as many cops and came in and put the cuffs on and then hit him for some other stuff. Sent him to prison too. Had nothing to do with him being involved in selling any type of drugs or whatever, but it was some other stuff. Is Emmy's, who was that? Emmy's blessed. It's being rumored Justin Combs would lure in the girls. Did he lure in the girls and have knowledge? Let's say he went and got the girls for his daddy, but did he have knowledge that his daddy was allegedly abusing the girls? That's the question. Young black entrepreneurs say, Will, I remember seeing pictures of you and Puff at parties back in the days. Let me clarify something for you right now. Right mother now. If there's a picture of me and Puff anywhere, it was at a public place. A public place with at least a few thousand people, because I've never been anywhere where Puffy was when there wasn't a large crowd. Well, let me see. Well, one of the places didn't have thousands, but it had over 1,000 people, and it was public. So, yeah, let's get that straight out the gate. You never seen me at no a Puffy personal house party or something like that. I never rocked like that. Paul say Diddy got comfortable. The chickens came home to roost. Well, that's what happened with Epstein. He got comfortable. He got comfortable and those chickens came home to roost. Just Bullish. What's up, Just Bullish? BB Rock. Beautiful Nay. New Dawn arises. You think that Puffy believed he transcended blackness? I don't think so. I think Puff was always talking blackness and always, no, I don't think he thought he transcended blackness. Unless you're talking about him thinking he was above the law, like the law couldn't catch up with him, unless you're talking about that side. Javion Jones, what's up? KV, what up, KV? Verb, what's up, Verb? Tommy Lewis, turn your cap lock off. BB Rock, what up? What's up, Rebuke? Rebuke All Devils Radio. Rebuke All Devils Radio. 107.7. It's a hell of a name for a radio station. Rebuke All Devils. I'm with you, man. Rebuke All Devils. And put an addendum on it. And uncivilized much. Brandon says, I'm publicly private. YouTube user. Are the FBI going after Wrestling Confederation guy and the Nickelodeon crew for their pedophilia place of business? I don't know. I think a lot of stuff coming down on that Nickelodeon dude. I think they're going to get him, that producer. I think they're going to jam him up. That's going to happen any day now. I'm certain. Michael Garcia, what up? What's up, Belinda? Jonathan Robinson? Who is that? Omelcy Rios? UGK Rock for Rock. What you know about that Rock for Rock? It's one of my favorite songs that's one of my favorite features I've ever done. Rock for Rock, UGK, go check it out. Let champagne flow. Cakes outside, pimping Willie D at the door. Is that Anomust, angel, anonymous angel. I think that's what you're trying to say there. Gas, what up? Courtney Fisher says feds don't got enough evidence to lock Diddy up, so they raided his home. You must didn't hear what I said. When the feds don't just come busting in your house, the feds don't just raid your house. And we're talking about 3 houses on separate coasts, all at once. When the feds raid your house, they got something. I don't know what it is, but they got something. You must don't know how the feds get down. Feds ain't local law. The feds is the feds. The feds, when the feds is so professional, they pride themselves on being on another level. They pride themselves on not being like everybody else and having these false alarms. You know, they pride themselves on it. So when they come, oh, they come. And if they raided those houses, it's a good chance that Diddy is in custody. I'm telling you how the feds get out. If they raided those houses, there's a good chance Diddy is in custody. Catrella. Michael Garcia, Jerome Wilburn Jr. Damon Brown says, I don't know if it's real. They say they got his plane in Puerto Rico. Let me tell you something, fam. If Puffy is in Puerto Rico on a plane and they raided all of his houses, Puffy is in Puerto Rico no longer on a plane because he is in custody. Because the FBI, that's how they rock. He could be in Kalamazoo. they're gonna have him. He can be in the what they call it, he could be in Madagascar. When they come, they coming. Janae Johnson, what up? I don't recall the feds raiding nobody's house. And well, I take that back. I seen a couple of what they call them, American Greed episodes where a couple of people got caught up, you know. But it don't happen often. It don't happen often at all. It don't matter when the feds come. It don't really matter what race you are, and it don't matter who your lawyer is either. That's another thing. Let me tell y'all something about these feds, man. When it comes to the feds, a good lawyer won't even take your money, man. I'm talking about a good lawyer. Well, you got to have a good lawyer no matter what, but they're not gonna like go crazy charging you an exorbitant amount of money. Not a good lawyer. Good lawyer is gonna be like, look, man, I can work you through this thing, and that's about the best we're gonna be able to do. Because the evidence is overwhelming. And, they'll tell you. You can go spend money on a good lawyer and then go try to get another lawyer, and the lawyer gonna say, the good lawyer gonna tell you about this is what the good lawyer gonna tell you. Well, such. Let's say the other lawyer name is Davis. The good lawyer gonna say, well, Davis is a good lawyer, and so it ain't no use to you paying me extra because I'm not gonna be able to do any more than what he's gonna be able to do. A good lawyer is a good lawyer is a good lawyer that'll be able to take care of you only so much when it comes to the feds. K Jam, what's up? Bernie Madoff ain't the only one that was on American Greed, man. American Greed got, I don't know how many seasons and how many episodes. They probably got at least 500 episodes out there. Yeah. DeAndre Durham, what up? What up? Mike T, what it do? Cindy Dub. I'm thinking, fam, by like what's today? Monday? I hate to say it, fam, but Puffy ain't gonna get out of this week without cuffs. I do not believe that he's gonna be able to get out of this week without them putting them cuffs on. Serena Santiago is in the building. What's up, Serena? C130 say Trump 2024. Trump going to jail, ain't he? Ain't Trump going to jail? Okay, listen. I don't think Trump's going to jail, but I do think he will be convicted. And I do not think he's going to be allowed to run. I think we're going to see some history in the making. I think this thing going to get shook up. I do not believe this time around they're going to let him. He got too many enemies that are in high positions. If he's allowed to get back in office, he's going to take full advantage of that position. And he is going to destroy career after career after career after career. He knows that, well, no, he could actually be in for 4 to 8 years. So he knows. But if he gets back in, though, he's going to go in to try to finish him. They can't allow him to get back in. They can't allow him. They better glad I'm not the president. Oh, he getting convicted. That's right. He getting convicted. I would absolutely use all of my power to make sure he don't get back in. I don't know what Biden thinking of. I don't know what these other judges and all these people thinking of. You can't let him win nothing. I wouldn't let him get nothing. Oh, he's definitely wouldn't win if I was the president. I'm using every single executive power, every favor, every friendship, everything. He would absolutely not. If I was the president, he wouldn't even gotten this far. He wouldn't have gotten this far. Lock him up. I would have identified him as an enemy of the state, a national security risk. Lock him up. Now, which one of his followers want to go out here and risk their life for him? Whoever want to risk their life, step right on up. I know how to make you step right on down. I'll be ready for it. I wouldn't even be thinking, man, like, y'all gonna do what? Oh, you say what? Y'all gonna do what? You know the military. You know all that military equipment that you be seeing, all of those drones and all that stuff be just finding its way to people's house. Well, okay, what's the address? Toot, toot, toot. Have that thing knock on your door and everything. Out of here. All the tough guys. Man, look, fam. All you got to do is roll on one. The rest gonna scatter. That's all you got to do. Get one and the rest gonna scatter. The only reason why they get tough, man, is they got the mob mentality. Remember that lady? She wasn't a lady. She was a woman. Remember the woman who tried to get through the window, tried to crawl through the window at the, I think it was some type of chambers at the Capitol. And she tried to climb through the window on January 6th. And old buddy pulled out that thing and went bang, dropped her. You remember how the rest of them scattered? That's how it go for real. That's how it goes in real life. The only reason why they act tough is because ain't nobody busting at them. When it get gangster, they gonna run. A few of them gonna stand tall, but they gonna drop because they ain't got the might that military got. I don't care how many weapons they got. I don't care. I don't care how many AKs they got. How often they go to the shooting range. Ain't none of them can stand the pressure of the military. None of them. As the president, I have command of the military. And when it comes to Donald Trump, I am going to use it. Oh yeah, if I was president, he would be locked up. I would lock that sucker up. And anybody got something slick to say, talk tough. You ain't even got to hurt nobody. Just talk tough. That's enough for me to come get you. I wish you would make a threat. I'm coming to get you. Every single one of you, I'll get you. We're going to put an end to all of that tough talk. I'll put an end to all of that. That's right. I'm going to look out for the American people. I'm going to do the best thing for the American people. There is no one individual in this country who is greater than the sun. I'm going to handle my business as I swore to do for my fellow Americans. I'm going to do this for my fellow Americans, man. I got to do it. I swore. Put my hand on the Bible. I got to do what's greater for the country. I got to do what's great for the country. I got to do the best thing for the country. I shut it down. He wouldn't even be in the running. Put the shoe on the opposite foot, and Trump would have did the same thing to Biden, which makes me a little suspicious in the first place. How is this dude still in it? Almost makes me think that maybe that's part of the plan. Make it seem like it's still a race or whatever. And it's just this big old dog and pony show. And Trump has already been selected to be the next president, no matter what happens, because he ain't supposed to be in the race at all. Especially after what he did the first 4 years, he's not supposed to be in the race at all. Biden is not supposed to be in the race. After what he did to the black race, he ain't even supposed to be in the race at all. He wasn't even supposed to be the nominee. He wasn't supposed to be the Democratic nominee. But somehow, some way, that's who they put in front of us, and that's who they gave us a choice with. He wasn't even supposed to be there. But somehow, some way, they figured out a way to put him in front of the people and say, this is the guy that is going to be representing you. This is the guy who's going to represent the party. Absolutely amazing how he did that, or how they did that. Biden is perhaps the one person who was most responsible for disproportionately locking up black males during the 80s and 90s. And carried all the way into the 2000s. Interesting. Say, man, look here, Paul, this is what you got to understand. If Trump can be president, this bottle of water can be president. Okay? Trump is dumb. You talking about a dude, man? Man, come on, fam. I'm not finna sit up here and argue with you about Trump and Biden, because both of them trash to me. I think both of them are absolute worst choices that we can have. Remember when they asked Trump about the KKK when he was in office, and he would not denounce the KKK? It was saying something about the KKK members being saying that they're voting for him and he was their guy. Remember how they tried to pressure him to denounce them and he wouldn't? Remember that? Come on, family. Trump cares nothing about you. Understand that. Biden cares nothing about you. Understand that. We're all on our own. That's what we all got to understand. We're on our own. They don't like us. They don't like none of us. We're not going to get there alone. We're not going to get there separated. America is a country divided. In fact, it's not even divided, it's fractured into many, many, many pieces. And that's why America will never be great. It has immense potential, but it's not going to happen because you have people who think that they can get all the prosperity for themselves and not have to share with anyone else. You have people that think that they can just live in their own little bubble and not be affected by those other bubbles around them. Or those who are not in a bubble. Those who are standing with pens, who can just poke that bubble and change up your whole world. They really think that it's possible. Americans have always been a better people when they come together. Unfortunately for us, the only time we really come together is during moments of crises or moments of crisis and entertainment. That's the only time we really come together, during moments of crisis and entertainment. Case in point, concert. It could be any artist. Name an artist that has a multicultural fan base. And we're all at the concert. And we're like singing all the songs and everything. We let groove and the group just having a great time. Whoo, yeah. High-fiving. You know, it's all love. We all one. The moment we get in them cars, locking the doors and back to not trusting the other people that don't look like us. Same thing in sports. Everybody cheering. That's my team. Go, 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 go. I'll take the Houston Rockets. Black, white, everybody be in that arena cheering for the Rockets or the Astros or the Texans. We all just, yeah, high-fiving, drinking together, having fun. The moment we get out of that parking lot, getting them called, driving, now you're right back to being programmed to not trust each other. While you're watching the program, you're watching the sports game, you want every single Black person on that field that's playing for your team on that field or on that court, that's playing for your team, you want them to be successful. You're hoping the best for them. And you want them to even be successful when they're off the field and out the court, because you want them to, you want to make sure that their family, you love their family and everybody. You hope the best for them. But the moment that they can't do anything for you, you right back to the hatred, right back to the division. Make it make sense. It shows you how petty we are as human beings, as citizens of this great nation. It shows you that we don't really stand for anything that does not benefit us. I'm talking about we really don't support anybody that does not benefit us. We really don't love anyone who can't do something for us. Back to Diddy. Boy, Diddy has an uphill battle. This is not looking good at all. They got his sons handcuffed on the side of the road. Well, I guess in front of the property. But here's the deal. You don't too often see the police on rich people's properties handcuffing their kids. Whew. That's a tough one right there. Nora D, absolute great point. Why don't they have Eric Trump in cuffs? Put him in cuffs. Eric Trump, Trump Jr., and Barron. Put him in cuffs. All of them should be arrested. Put him in cuffs. And put, what's that daughter's name? Ivanka. Is that her name? Hold on. Trump daughter. Ivanka. We're gonna let Tiffany make it because she went off and they disowned her, or she disowned them. She don't even talk about him. At least I haven't seen her talking about him. But put Ivanka in cuffs too. And that husband of hers, that husband, heard they were doing a lot of misappropriating stuff and not behaving like U.S. citizens, like doing business with foreign countries that were supposed to not be on the up and up. Lock them up. Lock them up. And lock up Melania. What's her name? Melania? Hold on, let me see what his wife's name is. Melania? Lock her up, whatever her name is. Lock her up. You know, he done a lot of pillow talking, so she know the secrets. She know. Melania. Yeah, lock her up. She know. He been pillow talking. She know. And even if she didn't know anything, lock her up, because she got to be out of her mind for marrying Trump in the first place. Lock her up. Lock her up. Put her away. Put her away. Put them cuffs on her. What's up, Jerry Walker? So you had, okay, who is this? Let's see what somebody said here. You had to Google his wife's name, which leads us to believe you know nothing about these people. I don't care about these people. I know that she's married to Trump. That's all I need to know. Affiliation, you resemble who you assemble. I don't need to know her name. I don't even hear her name enough to even care about who she is. Same thing with the daughter. When he was president, I was hearing their names all day, every day. So I knew how to pronounce them. I knew what to say. But I haven't heard the names lately, so I forgot them. I got other things. I got to make room in my head for more important things, more important names. But I am aware of the past, their past history. That husband of Ivanka, his daughter, his son-in-law, that dude has been accused of doing some inappropriate stuff with business people overseas. She married to him. She knows something. And they've all been accused of doing stuff in the past where Trump actually saved them from going to jail. Yeah, I know that. I don't need to know her name. I know who she affiliated with. Y'all be talking about Trump being president like y'all really want to have sex. A lot of men, especially, a A lot of men be talking about Trump like they want to have sex with him. Because what has he ever really done? When Trump was president, we did this and we had this. What? They just making up stuff. They love Trump so much. Like, what has he done? He's one of the worst human beings ever created. And I hesitate to say created. Sometimes I think he was manufactured. It's hard to believe that a human being could stoop so low. If I'm going to follow somebody, I'm going to follow somebody that's smarter than me. Or just as smart as, at the very least, I'll follow somebody who's just as smart as I am. I'm not going to follow somebody who didn't even do his homework in high school, who didn't even do his own test. His own sister said that she actually took his test for him. His sister said that. She don't count, I guess. None of his family likes him. They don't even like him. But y'all love his dirty draws. I bet you a lot of these men out here, if y'all had a chance, y'all sniff his dirty draws. I bet Trump could sell his draws online. Y'all would buy them. Whole lot of you dudes. I bet y'all would buy his draws. If he sold them online, y'all would buy his used draws. The way y'all be riding for this dude makes absolutely no sense. What did he do? Who is he? What is his qualifications to receive so much praise? They just be Trump, 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 Trump 24, Trump, 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 Trump. What did he do to earn it? Just brainwashed. I'm convinced that a whole lot of you dudes, if Trump, because whatever Trump says, y'all are rushing over there to go buy it. He can a t-shirt with a mug shot. Oh, the blacks understand me because I've been to jail. I had a mug shot. So the blacks understand. I find it ironic that he talks about how fairness and equality, how much fairness it is in America, but at the same time is willing to acknowledge that black folks have a special relationship with law enforcement because they're targeted by law enforcement. So which one is it? Are we targeted by law enforcement, or is law enforcement fair to all Americans? Find that very strange. Y'all be talking all this Trump stuff. Trump, Trump, Trump. Like I said, all you Trump supporters, y'all men, I'm talking about the males especially. Y'all bigger groupies than the women are. Y'all like some groupies. I bet you anything that y'all would say, y'all would buy Trump dirty draws. Y'all would buy his used dirty draws if he put them on sale. If he put them up for sale, I bet you buy them. Man, I bought some Trump draws. Pause. I bought his draws. Pause. I ain't gay, but it's Trump, man, and maybe I can sell him one day. Look at Mike. There you go right there, fam. I'm talking about Trump draws, and this dude says better than Biden. Even if you meant something else, you should have held on and waited till I got on something else before you started talking about better than Biden. I don't care that he's better than Biden. To be better than Biden ain't saying a lot anyway. That's what y'all don't understand. That's what y'all don't get. It ain't a whole lot. It's not a huge accomplishment to be better than Biden. And it's not a huge accomplishment to be better than Trump. That's what y'all don't get. Because it don't take a lot to be better than any one of them. Yeah, you know what? That's right. I heard Trump don't even wear drawers. They say he wear Pampers. Y'all will buy his used, soiled Pampers. I bet you would. Be waking up every day just sniffing them. Falling all out with your woman. Woman trying to tell you get rid of the drawers. I love him too, baby, but you got to get rid of those soiled Pampers. It got the whole house stinking. Smelling like Kentucky Fried Chicken mixed with Papa John's, and sneakers. Mildew sneakers. The thing about Trump supporters too, fam, is that they like to try to scare people all the time. They bullies, just like Trump. Bullies. They like to try to scare you. They got a gang type. They got they got that gang mentality. So a lot of them, I bet you if most people started turning on Trump, they would turn on him too. They just like him just because they think it's popular. They think it's popular by people who look like them, who think like they think. That's why. That's why a lot of them support him. That's right. Running around here selling y'all $500 spray painted tennis shoes. Shh. I know what we can do next. Look, we done hustled these fools on every level. How else can we hustle them? T-shirts, done that. Buttons, done that. Draws, done that. We've done socks. We've done notebooks, pens, pencils. How about some shoes? What do you mean, like dress shoes? No. Sneakers. What if you came out with your own line of sneakers? How much money would it make me? Trump all about that money. Money. He just want that money. How much money would it make me? I don't know, but I'm sure we can make at least a couple million. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah. Better be lucky I ain't the president. He'd be in jail. And any of y'all talking that talk, talking that tough talk, come with me. Every last one of you. Yeah. I have rights. Not anymore. Not anymore. Shutting that down. Bitcoin crypto, what up? Look, man, all you Trump supporters. They be serious. Like Trump supporters be like serious. Like, listen, man, I'm trying to help y'all. I'm trying to help y'all. You're following a slowpoke. The dude is not smart at all. You're following a slowpoke who cares nothing about you. Remember, when somebody tells you who they are, believe them. He sent those people out there on January 6th to be disruptive, storm the Capitol. And then he hid his hands when the backlash came. He acted like he had nothing to do with it. No, man, in fact, he insulted them when he was first asked to make a statement. He insulted them, saying something to the effect of that not being American. He put them up to doing it. You dummies, you don't see that? He put them up to do it, wired them up to go do it. And then when they did it and the heat came down, he hid his hands and insulted them. And y'all still just continue to ride. How many people out there that went out there and killed somebody in his name? Trump supporter. Trump. And threw their lives away. No longer alive at all, or end up in prison for the rest of their days, removed from their family and loved ones, the people who really love them, the people who really care for them, then threw their whole life away for a dude who cared nothing about them, who only uses them to carry out whatever next money hustle deviant plan that he has. Y'all don't feel like dummies? I want to see his whole family on trial. I bet you $1 to a donut they turn on each other. I bet you they give each other up. Ain't none of them trying to do no time. I bet you they'll give each other up. He just used y'all to go out and do his dirty work, and y'all let it ride. How slow do you have to be? All right, fam, that's my time. Man. Puff, man. Say, man. I wish it wasn't true, fam, but I'm going to tell you, like I said, I got to call a strike, and a ball, a ball. I think at least some of what they're saying, what they're accusing him of doing is true. If I'm gonna call a ball, strike a strike. That's really unfortunate because he really did it on a level that inspired millions. Talking about successful businesses. The grind, the hustle was unmatched. And it looks like it could all come to a crashing, terrible end. If they're successful, talking about the feds, this would be one of the greatest downfalls in history. Till next time, fam. Enjoy the rest of your time, your morning, your day, or afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Appreciate you joining the live. No more talk.